Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back to Our Darker Porpoise. Last time we spent a bunch of fun times looking through the interesting lore and all that. You know, good times. Anyway, let the bad times roll. We're continuing on through the actual game. Into Chapter 2. The gluttonous characteristic. The shrieks and yammering up ahead suggest that the inhabitants have discovered and pillaged one of Edgewood's secret juice box cabinets. Yeah, enemies will have a higher chance of dropping juice boxes. Naturally. Pretty useful with the right books. And sensitive. A sign tacked on the wall says, due to architectural irregularities, all inhabitants and visitors to this floor are more vulnerable to pain. Probably a hoax. It is not a hoax. Everyone takes double damage, you and the enemies. It's actually oftentimes more a boon than a deficit. Let's go for it, why not? Could be fun. Oh, right, it also tells you the boss of the area. Kind of forgot that was a thing. Well, I'm definitely not going there. The friendly footstools are a fucking annoying boss. The discipline. What was that again? Hang on. Oh, God, no. Hell no. Okay, we're definitely going for this one. Sindar's Timekeeper is hardly the easiest boss, but it's less annoying than this one, and fucking million times less annoying than this one. Ugh. Hate that one. Anyway. Huh. 3 shots, 3 kills. You'd love to see it. Damn, I was hoping I could get 1 shot, 2 kills. 2 birds, 1 stone, and all that, but no. This game must continue to thwart me at every turn. Alas. One of the least threatening things. Bosses occasionally come with bonus tokens. Yeah, that's the thing I was mentioning before about those certain bosses that, well, gain extra benefit from that. A pleasant trick or sweet loot. Trick or sweet loot. Ha. Bosses occasionally come with bonus tokens. A pleasantly metallic taste. Quite. Well, that'll be very useful. Because, well, I mean, just in general, it's a pretty good thing. If you find it early. But also because we have, well, ooh. That's an interesting one. Hallow Day Pet. Enemy deaths may spawn a friendly pet. Further complaints about Hallow Day decorations will not be tolerated. I don't even know what a Hallow Day is. I think that's the only place it's mentioned. Whatever. It's, kinda useful. Even if it's incredibly derpy. But it does, like, I think, like, double the damage of your attack, and it homes in on enemies, even if not always well. Ooh, 2 for 1. Yeah, see? Double the damage. One slight issue with that is that if you have the ability to destroy obstacles, either from a certain perk or from a very difficult to come by lesson, that can actually destroy those things. For some reason. Quite irritating. Huh. Anyway. Oh yeah, these guys. They'll home in on you and stop you from moving if they touch you. A little annoying, but not such a big deal. Ooh. Double XP received. It'll cost me a chunk of damage, but getting this early, really fucking good. Yeah. Yorick's skull. Alas, poor Yorick. Where be your ill-mannered pranks now? Yeah. A lot of Shakespeare references in this. I don't know if they really mean anything. Perhaps if the developers hadn't just abandoned this game, we might be able to learn more about the lore. Not that I entirely blame them for abandoning the game, considering, well, the aforementioned 2.5 people that play it. And, you know, it being a garbage game in general. I mean, I blame them for making it in the first place, sure, but, well. Alright then. Timekeeper. He does the whole thing, he spins these little blade things, and he creates these time bubbles that feed you up. Odd boss. Very odd boss. You can kinda almost stunlock him for large chunks of this battle if you damage him fast enough to force him through his phases before he can really get going, which can make things a bit easier, especially on hard mode. And sometimes the little gear things vanish and reappear. You'll see that in a minute. Yeah, see that. It'd be rather aggravating, and sometimes there's like no actual place for you to dodge. My advice, kill him quick, before he has a chance to do anything. Wow, I have 24 coins. How many coins did I get from that guy? It must have been like 15 or something. Juice boxes permanently increase health by 4 and plus 25 life. That's pretty good. 50% likelihood of additional champion spawn per floor. That's like, at the floor I'm currently at, probably like maybe 3 or 4 more extra items? The item drop lottery. Greed. How likable. Perhaps you should wonder what you deserve. And 2,666 types of juice. Actually, there's only one kind of juice. The different labels are just for our amusement. Ha, you taffers. More health would combo very well with my coin healing, to be fair. You know what? Let's go with this. Why not? Fuck it. Weeball. Let's go gambling. It's the same. Alright. Here we go. New enemy type. No new floor type, though. The steps are covered in arcane chalk symbols. Don't worry. They are likely benign. The Capulets are known for making their fellow students feel welcome. And any rumors of magical experiments are not only unfounded, but hurtful. We assure you that almost all of the passerby they've captured are still alive. In a fashion. And we expect that you'll be treated just as well, despite your shortcomings. How comforting. Even for administrator speak, these are profoundly uncomforting. Anyways, landmarked. This floor is of historical significance. Please do not be alarmed by student archival teams. That just means it's guaranteed to have one of those little secret areas. Which is, I mean, if nothing else, it's at least a couple extra coins. Again, a lot more valuable before I had every lore document. Or every lore document for Chapter 2, anyway, obviously. And leaderless. The graffiti on the walls looks more sullen than usual. This floor lacks authority figures. We expect the rank and file are weaker as well. Yeah, that just means there's no mini-boss here, and also the enemies have... less health, less damage, something like that. I don't really go to those floors, because why waste a chance at a good item, you know? I mean, probably not a good item, but still. I don't know how that interacts with the, chance of an extra mini-boss, though. I haven't done extensive testing there. Oh god, the friendly footstools. Sure, let's go for it, why not? It's not like it's a extremely difficult boss, it's just a fucking annoying one. I probably won't take that much damage. And even if I do, it's still Chapter 2, I can... yes, here come the flying enemies. Flying enemies are annoying. They can fly over obstacles, and for some fucking ungodly reason, being over the obstacles makes them invincible. Even if there would be parts of their hitbox normally that would be extending past them, or indeed, if their entire hitbox is already extended past them. The only upside is that they also generally can't damage you. Also dealing with enemies that can just naturally become unhittable. Yeah, become ungovernable. No. I mean, this one's pretty interesting. They occasionally put up a shield that if you hit the shield, they'll shoot out projectiles. Kinda neat design. Even if it can be a little janky at times. The really annoying ones are those little hat guys that go down in the hat and everything. One of the most annoying parts about them is that they will always dodge your first attack, no matter how fast you hit them with it. Kinda stupid. But anyway. Far from the most objectionable of them. Let's see. Yule-ish wreath. Ish. Thorns sprout behind you as you walk. Lunch recess will be extended by 43 seconds. In the seasonal spirit. How kind. Wait, hang on. I think I forgot about the, alternative theories exist. Go on. It is possible that the administrators are simply administrators. Or... they may be manifestations of rather more sinister forces. Indeed. Only one of those theories explains the void portals opening upstairs. Fight. I thought he went up this way. Maybe I missed it. I wasn't really paying attention. If all else fails, you can always just rub against every wall. Anyway. Yeah, he's going this way. Yeah, this item in particular has a bit of negative synergy with those guys. Not a huge deal, though. Even if you do create a whole bunch of projectiles, they're not actually a real threat on their own. Not unless they're going in a lot of different directions, in which case, what the fuck are you doing? Alright, this is... 5, okay. Probably the best result. I think you might be able to get 6. Shit. You can't go back into these for some reason. It's really dumb. Also, these guys... what's the only thing about these guys, and like all of the guys that can go invincible, is that they're unreasonably tanky. Like, you can dodge attacks so easily, you shouldn't be able to take so many attacks as well. Musical notes can be heard at the end of a roll. Not very useful. Student Treaty slows enemies on use for 2 seconds. Kind of useful, but it doesn't synergize. It doesn't really synergize with slow items. Like there's this one item I'm really annoyed about that just straight up lies. It says that it slows enemies and then damages slowed enemies over time. That's a lie. What it does is it applies a damage over time debuff and a slow debuff for the same period as each other. It doesn't affect the student treaty at all. It just brazenly lies about that. Nice. Look, his entire body was not at all over that. Fucking stupid. I should probably be saving these coins to heal from, but I'm never gonna remember to. The odds of me actually gaining significantly from that are lower than the odds of me forgetting them later and losing out on money, or having to spend fucking way more time than I want to finding them. Oh, fragile roly-poly. This fucking thing. I've talked about this before. Max dodge when rolling. Broken after taking 120 damage. And a little counter. We will address the so-called infestation if, and only if, the bugs are proven carnivorous. You tappers. And yeah, up to the max of 75%, because they hate you and want you to suffer. And of course, it's on a fragile item, so you're gonna lose it from all of those 25% chance things. If it was max dodge always, then I could understand it being capped at 75%, because that would just be silly. But it's not. It has 2 separate conditionals that massively impact it. You don't have to add a third. Especially not one so fucking stupid. Just let me dodge. For fuck's sake. This game is constantly in its own way at every moment it can be. Anyway, this bozo. Annoying little shit. He fucking wiggles around in unpredictable motions going on this little grid, and occasionally he throws out these annoying things. They don't seem so bad right now, but they get faster. A lot faster. And naturally, the achievement for beating this guy without ever taking a single hit was the last non-hard mode achievement that I got. Ow, fuck. I didn't even... Although I didn't have fragile roly-poly on that attempt, so that's something to brag about. He's spastic, he's fast, and he's bloody hard to actually predict because of the aforementioned things. But he's dead now. So, eat shit. Alright, another life. I mean, another level up. Also, I could get an extra life. I'm not a big fan of extra lives, honestly. The telltale extra heart. She's not going to eat that, is she? Perhaps. Plus 10 damage. The Count of Monte Choctaw. Plus 10 damage, and offensive chalk attacks do double damage. Offensive chalk attacks, they sure are. Stolen classroom supplies won't save you. At least extra lives in this game are actually better than they are in, say, Binding of Isaac, because they actually respawn you in that room. but they invariably come with downsides, like minus 25 life, or that one which gives you like 5 extra lives or something, but reduces your health by 75%. Not a fan of that one. But, sure. Why not? I usually don't take these, but, fuck it. Not like I have chalk. I mean, the plus 10 damage would be nice, but... I don't know that they're bad, the extra lives, or anything like that. I just don't really like relying on them. Something about it just... Well. Let's see. What was in the shop? I don't remember. Oh, right, I forgot to actually go to the flavor text. Silly me. There's another of the draughts, disquieting draught. These do not consume chemicals that would interfere with student maintenance tasks. Student treaty. We will not enforce treaties between student organizations. Your lack of mutual trust dismays us. We do not know its origin and strongly advise against humming it aloud. And crudely traced cloud. Chalk clouds are now electrically charged. I really don't know what that does, honestly. Someday a student with actual talent will arrive, and all of you will understand. Taffers. Anyway. Yes, the Capulet Conclave. The staircase ahead abruptly changes from wood to stone halfway up, indicating a terrace floor. The terraces are a recreational area for the students, where they can admire the sweeping vistas, hey, that's a lesson, and the carnivorous flowers that line the balconies. Birds of prey are seldom seen at these altitudes, and in any event can only carry off one child at a time. You hope? Edgewood's various seasonal festivities generally take place on the terraces, to the dismay of the attendees. You notice that the air around you seems to be whispering and glittering. Someone who really likes demonic forces and sparkles is uncomfortably close. But we repeat ourselves. Alright. Here comes the boss that really ends people's runs. Some of these students believe Edgewood is a school, but it is really a pot. It allows you to survive, in a fashion, but it also contains you. Oh, stop bothering her. You think everything is a pot. No, some things are vases. Yeah, there's a lot of these little dialogue things. Most of them are red herrings. What the heck? Oh, right, those can destroy obstacles too. I guess that means they can also destroy my pets. Hi. Hello. The emblem. Wait, shit. Oh, right. Calls for avian assistance. The feather left of the grisly scene could mean any number of things. A pillow fight gone wrong, for example. The emblem, huh? Yeah, this one's, kinda decent. It summons a bunch of these bozos. That do, damage, I assume. Like, I think it's like 2/3 of the damage you do with a regular attack. Probably slightly more valuable. Probably slightly more valuable than the paper, which is not even always a good thing to have. But maybe not. Hard to say, really. All of these active items are so bad. But yeah, the emblem. That's an interesting name for it. My manuscript. Does that mean that's... Does that mean that it's 40s? I don't know. Yeah, the emblem. That, of course, ties into the bandit. And his whole thing about having that single white feather. Which was also, as mentioned before, one of the arrival day presents given to a student shortly before he was carried off the terrace by a bird. Another disc writing dropped. Poorly drawn juice box. Easily one of the best of the chalk items. Your chalk clouds now heal you for standing in them. I forget exactly how much it is, but it's a decent chunk. The student who returned their drawing slate unwashed will be identified. Well, that's actually a pretty decent drawing of it. And Trust Walk Blindfold. Plus 25% attack speed, slightly alters shot angle. Despite Ben C's misgivings, terrace trust walks are critical for orientation and population control. Yeah, I'll bet. This one's actually not that bad. On first glance, it seems like it might be rather punishing, having your shots go at random angles, but you're already going to be just throwing out random shit and hoping it sticks, so... Occasionally this can even help. And Contraband Candle. Increases light radius significantly. This stolen candle entitles the bearer to 3 weeks hard labor in the metallurgy shop. Completely useless to me right now, but will be extremely valuable in the later floors. I wonder if I should even get this, because it might give you a false indication of how easy it is to deal with the light mechanics of this game. On the other hand, even with the Contraband Candle, I think that light radius on the later floors is piss poor. Yeah, sure. No. Oh, I have 39 coins. Alright, then let's skip it then. That's clearly a sign that I should keep my coins. And show you the unvarnished truth. Yeah. Okay, maybe I... Ow, fuck. Yeah, maybe I should go get the manuscript. That did jack shit. Yeah, I think the shotgun blast is more valuable. And it's got a shorter cooldown too. Yeah, see? Look at that. Oh, what? Why did it only use one? That was weird. Ah. Then again, that's really... Not really even noticeable damage. It feels like it's a lot of damage, but that might just be a placebo. Yeah. I'm not really certain that's that much more damage than my regular attack. It does like a fifth the damage, or maybe, or something like that. And it shoots out like, I mean, it's certainly more damage than my regular attack with all of those things, but course, this could also deal basically 0 damage, but oh well. Might be useful for larger targets, maybe. Oh yeah, I'm blazing through the levels. Oh yeah! And sometimes it just works. Ah, shit. Hate it when they lunge right towards you the instant you step foot in the place. Ooh, yes! It's the worst crit item, but it's still a crit item. Awarded for outstanding mediocrity. Plus 10% crit chance. Hell yeah. 30%. I think without being scared, the most I can get is 70%. Outside of the one item that gives you 100%. That's a fragile item. Not even close. Whew. Why are you going for the farthest enemy? What are you doing? Well, at least it's blocking some shots. That was very odd. Nice. Only. Yeah. Shit. Ah, they were fucking invincible. I hate rooms like this with a bunch of tiny little obstacles like that for them to use to be invincible. That guy's way more on the thing than hitboxes. Ha! Got him right as he came out. Nice. Those guys that carry the chairs with them, they're not that big of a deal, honestly. They're basically just slow, flying melee enemies with a slightly larger hitbox. The elites can be rather difficult. They become an absolute joke if you have anything that can destroy obstacles, since those chairs they hold count. Oh, like that! Plus 10 damage and your regular attacks become more destructive. Malice in Wonderland. Better students have believed 7 impossible things before breakfast. Of all of these perk book things, that's my favorite pun, my favorite flavor text quote thing, and, unless I'm using the power lesson, easily one of my favorite effects. I mean, bonus damage and being able to destroy obstacles, you have no idea how much of a relief it is to be able to destroy obstacles. So useful. And the Year of Magical Shrinking. Plus 150 life, but you lose 10% of remaining health every floor. Now its stature matches its stature. Very good perk to get near the end of the game. Preferably closer to the end of the game than I am. But oh well. And also, an excellent perk to get if you have that one stake item, which heals you for 20% of your health every floor. Which, if you have anything below 150, you're actually gaining more health per floor than you were before. With the obvious benefit of having a lot more max health. But anyway, it's a good perk, but well, better students have believed 7 impossible things before breakfast. Doesn't that just fucking sum up the administrators and Edgewood as a whole? I love it. Anyway. Oh, hi. Okay, then. Ooh. Doctor's note. Juice boxes heal for 50% more. Only students with appropriate documents may lick juice boxes. Ha. Now that's a flavorful description. Yeah. Pretty good. That means they're not gonna heal 30% instead. No, that means they're gonna heal 30 instead of 20. And obviously synergizes with any of the things which empower juice boxes, of which I have none. Everywhere except where it was. Naturally. That was poorly timed. Anyway, yeah, see? What a joke. There's also a fair few traps that can be destroyed by these. Not as many as I would hope, though. A lot of them have no hitbox at all. Anyway. Regan, destroyer of runs. She's got two phases. Spam and Mega Spam. Ow, fuck. And here we go into Mega Spam after only like a third of her health. Where she summons 2 additional Regans to be both floating hitboxes and summon even more projectiles. Yay! Well, technically they're the same projectiles, but she offloads like 2/3 of the attacks to her summons. And she also floats around like a motherfucker, making it bloody hard to actually hit her with your pitiful range. Ow. And, obviously, her awful fucking hitbox. Ah! Oh right, I forgot about that one. I always forget about that because it rarely actually matters. Oh yeah, just way too much health for someone as flighty as she is. Ow, fuck. I am just not getting... I'm just hitting that 25% chance over and over, aren't I? Fuck. And those stupid things hitting you on the rebound. Anyway, I lied. She doesn't have 2 stages. She has 3 stages. Spam, Mega Spam, and Ultra Mega Spam! Poof. Ah. Is it a 75% chance of dodging, or is it a 75% chance? Oh, it's already gone. God damn it. Would be nice if I had any indication of that. Besides. Yeah. Oh. Dead. It only took me half of my health and half of my juice boxes. And all of my roly-poly. Naturally. And it only gave me like 3 tokens. Naturally. Alright. Well. B. Naturally. 69 enemies defeated. Ha. Allowing it to continue would be cruel. Ah, shut up, you tappers. Okay. Well, that was chapter 2. That felt shorter than the first chapter. I think it is. Alright, and then there's the, here we go. The one that plays at the end of the Chapter 2, the first time you beat it. The Trick with the Mirror. Cordy stood over Regan, victorious, and waited to see if the Capulets would appear as the Woundworts had. Instead, an adult figure in a suit emerged from the doorway. He had a face of shifting smoke, and his voice seemed to carry from deep within the house. "How impressive," he said. "You are the greatest student we have." Cordy didn't see Regan's lips moving as he spoke. He strode towards her. We would be honored to answer your questions." As Cordy opened her mouth to answer, the man seemed to shimmer. Then she felt Regan's hand close on her ankle, and a terrible force seemed to drag her backwards. This is why you double tap, Cordy. She found herself sealed inside Regan's lunchbox as the Capulet leader completed her dying spell. The false administrator melted into a pool of ink that vanished back into Regan's ruler. And the cheerful girl that walked out of the room looked like Cordy, but prettier and nicer and better, and the Capulet army chose her as their new leader. Fucking disturbing shit, eh? So yeah, that was Chapter 2. I made that Regan boss fight look easy, but that's from many hours of adjusting to her bullshit. And you think that's bad? You should see her on hard mode. Her stages go from spam, mega spam, ultra mega spam to mega spam, super mega spam, and super ultra mega spam. Ugh. And I'm underselling it, if anything. Also, her item fucking sucks. There's like the whole a couple of boss items like Goneril's mallet and Regan's lunchbox. Regan's lunchbox is easily the worst of the chapter boss items. Both the mallet and the lunchbox go in the active item slot, but aren't actually active items. They're actually passive items. Goneril's mallet is very nice. 25% extra damage with your basic attacks. What's not to love, especially considering how god-awful most active items are. Just straight up 25% extra damage with most of your attacks? Yeah. I'll take that deal, that's a damn good deal. And then there's Regan's Lunchbox, which gives double the damage bonus to your non-basic attacks, which is nearly useless. I mean, what it'll do? Buff your fucking chalk? Your pet, I guess? Maybe? Yeah. I mean, it would buff your active items if you could have one. Such a garbage item. It wouldn't even be that bad as just a regular item. The fact that it takes up your active item slot, even though most active items are bad, they're still better than that. Fucking hell. Unless you've got some ridiculous chalk build. I've had a ridiculous chalk build once or twice. Theoretically, that would have been good with that. But even still, it was never my primary mode of attack. I did have one time where I did use chalk as my primary method of attack, but that was by necessity, because there was a bug. Oh, I should really warn you about this. There's a bug with the My Manuscript item, the one that turns your attack into the flurry of paper. If you activate it and then swap your active item, I don't know if this happens all the time, but it happened to me. Your regular attack no longer exists. You can try an attack and it'll do the attack animation, but nothing will come out. It's really fucking stupid. And the only reason I won that run, which by the way was one of my win streak runs for getting the achievement for beating the game 10 times in a row, near the end at that, I think the second to last, maybe even the last, was because I thought, okay, if changing active items did this, then maybe changing it again will undo it. Now, I couldn't change it back to My Manuscript because I had done that right at the end of a level. Like, I had gone back and bought something right after beating the boss and then left, so I couldn't do that. But what I could do is make my way to a vending machine, walking fast, and all that, and hope that there was an active item in it. And hope that it would actually work, which there was, and it did. Fortunately, I had a lot of chalk at that point, because I had the thing which gives you chalk every time you buy something, or has a chance of it, and it turns out it has a chance of giving you quite a lot of chalk when you're buying the more expensive things. So yeah, that was rather exciting, certainly. Just, it's really funny luck that it would happen on that run in particular. But yeah, just watch out for that. Don't swap my manuscript while it's active. Never, ever, ever do that. But yeah, that's just another way that this game is evil and wants to kill you. Or perhaps another way in which this game was not designed at all. So, anyway. That's all for today. Next up, we go through Chapter 2's lore documents. And also the first for Chapter 3, of course. Which will be infinitely more fun than actually playing the game, naturally. So, until then, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.